The Knave and the Moon is book 2 of The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, and it comes out September 1st, 2026. Today, we're going to go over the synopsis and theories that are going to make you want to stick around. So, right off the bat, let's go over the synopsis because I think it's going to help us talk through our theories.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, Aisling Cathedral is in ruins. Rodrick Mendacious, Bartholomew, and Maud Bauer are rumored to be dead. And the king has taken Sybil Delling as his bride. To show off their union and solidify his power over Trom, Benji proposes a series of tournaments throughout the hamlets. Captive and drugged, Sybil remains determined to vanquish him as she once did the Omens, even if she destroys the kingdom's faith and herself in the process.
But then a mysterious knave rises to the top of the list, a man with no name and no memory who may just be Sybil's ticket to undoing Benji's power. For in a land where stories repeat themselves, where a king can prove as cruel as God, the only way to truly destroy the Stonewater Kingdom's faith is to save it. Interesting.
So this makes me excited. Like when I read this, I was
This
like,
does not make me
okay.
excited.
Huh?
This does not make me excited.
Why?
Married, drugged, depressed is how I'm walking into. Like, that's the vibe that I'm walking into with
Okay.
Sybil.
Fair.
Listen to me. This left off with Rory with, like, tremenda herida, a wound that, like, super scary.
The gargoyle missing half a wing.
And, like, crackled, fractured stone.
I know.
And then Benji basically being like, we're getting married. And I mean, if you've ever, I'm not talking about the dark romantasy ones where it's like a forced marriage and then they find each other hot. But if you like read Where the Moon Hatched and they're forced to marry someone they don't want to, that comes with things. Not saying that's going to happen because he's a boy king and I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not excited about what the beginning of this book is going to be like.
Well, I'm excited about the plot that it's showing.
I'm very... I don't want to.
Hesitant? Okay.
You know, this is a trope I don't like.
Interesting.
I don't like I don't even know what I would call this, but kind of like when somebody gets removed from the group and then they're like trying to get back, or they're trying to get that person back. I don't know how to call that trope, but it's happened in like shows, it's happened in books.
Like an outcast?
No, kind of like okay, like in Game of Thrones when Arya, like, she gets removed from her family because of what happens, her fucking father being beheaded. And it's to save her life, she runs away, but then like the whole fucking time she's alone and like she's trying to, I hear you, like, not necessarily get back, but they're trying to get her back. And then, like, you could argue Sansa's alone too, but like not really. She's around people that she kind of knows, and she's,
I see what you're saying,
traveling home. And then Jon Snow's around people he knows, and Robb is around. I like that whole fucking, like,
Arya was truly alone.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
Separated and like trying to get back. That I fucking hate that shit because I'm just like, when is this gonna be done?
Oh, so the reunion trope.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, you're alone. You're like a lone champion waiting to be reunited with your family, which sucks because family was a big part of book 1.
Yeah.
Like her found family. So I can see that. I'm so excited because it feels like I'm going to get drama.
Okay. I mean, I'm excited to see my baby Bartholomew, and he better be alive.
No, I mean, like, actually.
But,
okay. So, I don't know. To me, it feels very like, okay, you know what I like about this synopsis? Is that I understand the plot.
Okay.
Whereas I have had books this year where the synopsis is very like, what is the synopsis?
Care to elaborate?
No.
Wait, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
The synopsis for A Ballad of Falling Dragons.
I didn't read it. We don't have to go into it. I didn't read it.
I just didn't feel like it was enough.
Okay.
Like, I just didn't understand what we're going to do here.
Got it.
Don't get me started on Brimstone.
The masterpiece.
So.
Okay,
So, I just feel like I understand where we're starting. I understand where we're going and what the synopsis, like where the vibe is going to go.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to get into some theories?
I do.
Okay.
So, right off the bat, the knight is Rory.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the obvious answer. But what if, with the Atheling Cathedral broken, with the well destroyed, what if that disrupted whatever magic that shit had? And now the gargoyle reverts back to whatever version of himself.
Ooh. I mean, okay. So, like, let's say that we're diving into that.
Okay.
I don't think that that's totally far-fetched. I'm sure someone's going to be like,
You're
what are you guys talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like,
but no,
could
honestly,
be, right?
We left off with half his wing being broken off. And
his memory's
cracks.
Already pretty fractured as is.
Yeah. And cracks everywhere. That's actually another great point. Cracks everywhere. Atheling Cathedral is in ruins. And you're right. Like, whether, because we don't even know how that magic system works. We know that he became a gargoyle because of the water.
Drinking the water.
And then getting taken away. Now that the power source is gone, what is that going to do? Right?
Yeah.
So that's
and initially he died
really
and the
cool
water
idea.
revived him. I don't know. I'm just saying, I kind of feel like it's so obvious to say that it's Rory.
Yes.
That, like, she has to make it not Rory to like, really, I don't know, to...
Ooh, I like that a lot.
That's the only other person I can think of, because it's not going to be Maud.
No, and it can't be some random guy.
No, that
unless you're doing
sense.
a love triangle for no
God,
reason on a duology.
That would piss me off.
No. Okay, so that's actually interesting, because when I first thought of the synopsis, and I think the majority of us are going to be like, that's Rory. Now, where it gets a little wonky is it Rory and he's pretending not to have his memories? Or is it Rory and because of the injury or whatever, he actually doesn't have
that doesn't make any sense to me, because, I mean...
Really?
Why would he have amnesia from
blood
being
loss?
Stabbed?
No sé. Maybe he fell somewhere.
We didn't see that.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't see that being it. I can see Rory being the knight, but, like, why pretend that you don't know?
But it says it, right? Like, whatever, blah, 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 no name and no memory. So, I love your idea.
Well,
more.
Okay, what I could see, because we've seen it in other things, is a knight who won't take his helmet off. And it's Rory. And they're like, oh, what's your name? And he's like, I don't know who I am. I just woke up. I mean, that would be weird. But I could see,
I don't think so.
Like, in Game of Thrones, Rhaegar, I think Rhaegar, or Lyanna, I might be butchering this, let me not even. But, like, I've seen things like somebody is fighting in a tournament and they hide their identity because they're, like, the son of the king, or they're a girl. Yeah. And they're just, like, such an amazing fighter. But then when it's time to win the prize, like, they disappear. Nobody knows who it was. They don't know their name. They don't know anything. And it's because there's somebody that, if you take off your mask and Benji sees that it's you, Rory, you're dead.
No, I don't think I don't think that's possible, because it has to be mysterious, because if he takes off the mask or whatever, Benji's gonna be like,
well, then it can't be Rory.
But I think there is a possibility that he doesn't take off his helmet, right? And he says a random name. What I don't think is possible is for everybody to know that he doesn't know any memory.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I think it would make sense for him not to take off the helmet if it is Rory.
The gargoyle never knew his name.
Right.
I kind of think it's the gargoyle now.
I think it's the gargoyle now. I love that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But I'm
oh my gosh,
him as the gargoyle.
I know. That lends to a lot of things.
Listen, as long as he's alive.
No, I agree. But I do think it's a great point, and I don't know if people are gonna like it or not, but I do think it makes more sense than the obvious, which is Rory.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that the obvious answer is Rory. So if that is
And
who the knight is, like, yeah,
yeah,
I can see that.
but the thing is that this would actually be even cooler because we don't know enough of the magic system in the spring water.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or it's the missing omen. Remember there was one omen that's missing?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Who?
There was one omen, the chime one.
Yes.
It never showed up. They're like, oh, one day it dropped its chime and then like never. Could be that. Because they forget their name, they forget who they are, they forget everything. And it wasn't, the Weaver had the power to remember, and that's why the Weaver became better.
Yep.
Like a better person or omen or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So it could be that too. Because without their omen,
discard it, but I don't see how it would tie into the story that it's going to try to help Sybil.
Well, I don't know why it would try to help Sybil. But it says that this mysterious whatever could be the key to what is that it says? Hold on. It says
may just be Sybil's ticket to undoing Benji's power.
Where a king can prove as cruel as God, the only way to truly destroy the Stonewater Kingdom's faith is to save it. How would you save it? With an omen? With a religion?
Yes, and he does hold all of the omen tokens or whatever, so he is very powerful at this moment. He is holding all of the omens tokens or like objects.
What a little bitch. I don't know. I'm just saying, could it be Rory? Very likely it is Rory. I just feel like that's such an obvious answer. And also, how would you swindle? Like, you're gonna have to take your fucking helmet off. You're going to have to, especially if you're commingling and talking with these people. So it can't be Rory if we're doing that. And then
it would have to be cringy. A cringe-worthy point to have him as a knight that doesn't take off his helmet. Like, it's going to get awkward.
I just don't think it's possible.
And I don't think that Benji's going to let that fly. I don't think Benji's going to let that fly. Like, what are they going to... They're going to have all of these, like, tell me knights in a line, and they're all, like, taking off the helmet and, like, bowing, and this one guy doesn't do it. Benji's going to be like,
take your fucking helmet
off. Take off your helmet.
You're going to tell me we're at this dinner and everybody's sitting at the table. Y tú eres el único come mierda with a hat on. Like, you're the only one with your
Seriously.
Or like, they're passing out like wine and you're the only, like, come on.
No.
So I don't know. I feel like Rory's the obvious answer. I just don't see how it's practical. So it leads me to think it's either going to be the omen or the gargoyle. As a human.
So honestly, I love the gargoyle as an option because one of my theories was we got to figure out what's going to happen to this gargoyle.
Right.
For another reason. I'll get to that now. But I do like that idea because we have the space in this magic system to create that theory and it still makes sense.
Yeah. Well, the thing I like so much about this author is that she makes everything that you read believable.
Yes.
It's never something that it's like, this is just way too out there. Yep. So if that were the route she took, I feel like it would make sense how she got there. Like, I don't think it would be like okay, so you're telling me, you know?
No, I agree. Well, that's actually a really good point because I do feel that way really often lately with the reads. I'm like, you're going to tell me this makes sense? Mm-hmm.
Oh! I'm sorry.
But no, not
when
even that. When
am I going to let that go?
I don't know because we're going to do a reread eventually and I'm going to have to hear about it. But it's fine because you heard all of my brimstone.
We had a comment. I don't know if they're going to watch this episode, but we had a comment that was like, I love the Violet slander. So, I mean, some people like it.
Look, I'm not going to get into it, but I will tell you this. I do understand the Violet slander. I think I'm just biased because I love Xaden and I love the plot and I love the dragons. I just love like the book. And I know most people don't like the book and they hate Violet.
No, a lot of people love the book series.
No, but a lot of people don't like it and they hate Violet.
Really?
Whereas like I don't hate Violet and I enjoy it.
I think a lot of people like the series. I think a toss-up, but it's a widely successful series.
Yeah,
If a lot of people hated it, then it would be Brimstone, and it's not. It's let's not.
All right.
Okay.
So, what I was saying is I genuinely do think that I love that theory. And I just know someone's going to be like, did we read the same book?
I know.
Right. But this is why we do what we do. Because
but then tell us your theory.
Absolutely. Please tell your theory.
I don't mean that in like a shady way, but genuinely, like we've been getting a lot of comments
always
lately.
Genuine, because like we write paragraphs back because this is what we love.
It's fun.
We love talking about these things.
I know that like you watch a video and they're like, leave a comment, and you're like, yeah, okay, but like genuinely it's fun.
We want to talk about this all day, every day.
Yeah.
So when
like
we
hearing
get
other
comments,
people's perspective, like somebody in the video that we uploaded on Friday about the Akatar set, someone was like, I hear you about Tamlin, but they were like, honestly though, like Rhysand has done so much fucked up shit, and he made her be like basically naked in the first book. And I replied, I love Rhysand, and I was like, no, like fair, like what you're saying is true.
Yep.
I think, and then we had like it was like back-to-back comments. We were just talking. It wasn't like arguing, but we were just discussing it, and that's fun.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Like when I ask or I tell you to give me your opinion, I'm not trying to argue. I'm trying to discuss.
Yeah, it's fun.
This is what I find,
and it opens your mind, gives you good, like gives you perspective. Yeah. So do tell us like who you think it is, or if you don't think it's possible for it to be the gargoyle, like why?
I actually love that theory because I think
it's out there, but I think she can make it happen in a way that makes sense.
The thing is that I was writing on the obvious, which I think Rory is the knight in the synopsis, but the fact that you're right, like why would we have memory loss? Mm-hmm. Why would be nameless? And it has to be someone that Benji doesn't recognize, because if not, the author's gonna have to go through quite a hassle to hide the identity. Mm-hmm. So, and we need a resolution for the gargoyle. And the cathedral's in ruins. The magic source is out of bounds, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it totally lends for like, maybe the knight is the gargoyle and he's going to save her.
The only thing is that you could argue like, so how does he just magically learn how to fight super well within like a year?
It's Bartholomew.
He years of experience.
He will know. So anyways, all right, let's go into the next theory.
Okay.
I think that when in the synopsis where it says like captive and drugged, right off the bat, that means Sybil's not trying to be compliant. He has to literally drug her to get her to be his diviner.
That's not how I saw it.
Really? How did you see it?
She's depressed.
Really? She doesn't give me depressed vibes.
No, but I think that she, throughout the whole first book, had someone, the gargoyle.
Right.
She always, like, she was looking, right? Like, she was looking for her diviner. She was looking for whatever. But she had something, someone. Yeah. She had, her whole identity was stripped from her, everything that she knew, everything that she loved. But she had her gargoyle.
Yeah.
And what's different about this book is that she's alone.
Yeah.
For the first time. She's lost everything. And then everything she gained, she lost it too. So I took that to be that, like, she's being drugged because, like, she is non-compliant because of depression. But it's much more in line with her character to be non-compliant at all. So you're probably right. I'm probably wrong.
I think it just makes more sense because she's always been combative. We know that she's been compliant with the Abyss, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
And then little by little through book 1, you see her come out of her like submissive, but not really. I don't think it's the right word.
There was one person that she looked up to, and it was the Abyss, and that's why she was compliant towards her.
Correct.
But with everybody else, was like,
she was very non-compliant. She was very like, no, and this is wrong, and I do this, and I do whatever I want. So like for me to not see her as the kind of person that's going to constantly try to run away or fuck something up.
But didn't he basically be like, you're going to be my queen, and if not, they're dead? They're gonna die.
The thing is that
I'm gonna tell the
in
whole
the moment,
kingdom. I'm gonna tell everybody that they tried to, like, that they're the ones that destroyed the castle and tried to kill me.
but he already did.
No.
That's why, no, but that's what we have to assume. Because at the beginning of the synopsis, Roderick, Mendacious, Bartholomew, and Maud are rumored to be dead. So he basically already did that.
But
he already was like, by the way, these people turned on me, and then,
no,
they're gone.
He said, hold on. So he goes, a new system, a new market, not upon Tor, but upon the king's door, a new tale of faith, blah, blah, blah. Rory's like, she's not yours, she'll never be yours. And he says, she will, or she'll watch the knighthood beat, then stone you and the gargoyle for the desecration of Alien Cathedral, rogue mendations, and a mad gargoyle. I didn't want it to be this way. It didn't matter that you held no political sway. I've always looked up to you. But I could see the signs plain enough. You aren't loyal, except maybe to her. You encourage her not to vow to me during the nighting. And I knew once the omens were vanished, the two of you lost to love sickness would no longer be of any use to me. You're a bad influence, Rory, a bad night. Sooner or later, it would have come to this.
You see, though, it lends to, if you don't come with me right now, that's what I'm going to say. It doesn't say, I'm going to say it. It's in the moment.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, you're probably right. I just kind of feel like this is her first true romance that she has. Lost it, doesn't know his fate, and then her gargoyle, who it's such a profound love, and now she knows all the layers. Me, Carla, would be destroyed.
No, but you'd still be like, so. But here's what I'm saying. Yeah. I feel like I
don't think you're wrong. I'm just saying that's not how I interpreted it.
I totally understand. I'm just saying the reason why I stick to this is because I feel like in the moment that he was like, you need to come with me or I'm going to destroy these 3 people. Mm-hmm. In the moment, she's got to do that because he holds all the cards.
Yeah, you're right.
But when all 3 of them are presumed dead, right, he can be like, I don't know what happened. They fell in the cathedral. Puede meter cualquier mentira, mm-hmm. right, in that whole thing. And now she's in the castle with him and she has to assume that they're safe somewhere or whatever the heck happened. He doesn't have any evidence.
But I also feel...
But wait, so he doesn't have any evidence that to hold over her anymore. Right. So at this point, she's going to square up. That's what I think. I think she's going to be constantly an annoying pain in his butt. Yeah. And that's why she's drugged. But go ahead.
Yes. And I think you're probably right. But I look at it from the lens of that, I feel like the Sybil that I know would be like, they're drugging me, so I'm not going to eat. They're drugging me, so I'm not going to drink. But this Sybil, I think is yeah, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't know the outcome of
I feel like Rory. She's just destroyed. Because I would be. And look, love Rory down. But the gargoyle.
Yeah.
You took my gargoyle.
This is true.
That would shatter me. Everything I love is gone. I'm not saying that she's not also giving him a hard time. But I just feel like the Sybil I know is just so annoying. So relentless. So I feel like she'd be like, see? No voy a comer.
100%. What are you going to do now? No, but you make a good point because we have to assume that she doesn't think she has anything worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Because Rory's bleeding out. Mm-hmm. The gargoyle has cracks everywhere. Half his wing is missing.
So
maybe.
Why does this mystery motherfucker inspire a little bit of fight in her? Because that's what I'm getting.
Well, that's what it says, right?
Yeah.
A man with no name, blah, 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 might be Sybil's ticket to undoing Benji's powers. So we have to assume that somewhere in there, that knight or whatever makes contact with her and gives her something.
Yeah. So, I mean, following the Sybil conversation.
Yeah.
It's not a theory, but we've brought it up. What the fuck is she gonna do
What is she
without
gonna
the
do?
ailing water?
I wonder if like I don't know. Because
her and her sisters and all the diviners, they drown and drink the water. That's why their eyes turn gray. But then they die.
Stone.
Or she picks her favorite, locks it in a room, and it turns into a gargoyle.
Without water.
So, right, because it's being deprived of water.
Right.
So what's going to happen to her now?
Yeah. Because those are the outcomes we know. They either don't have access to the water anymore and they become stone, right? Like the Weaver and the gargoyles.
So,
or we don't know what's going to happen.
There's 3 ways it can go.
Okay.
1, Benji somehow, I don't see this happening, somehow had people excavate whatever and he's still getting
the
water. Yeah. And he's still having her do divinations or whatever bullshit to like make people be like, oh, a diviner. 1.
Okay.
I don't see that happening. 2, she is becoming stronger because she is turning into stone. 3, the castle was destroyed. The well was destroyed. Bartholomew becomes human.
Yeah.
So does
like
she.
It just
It
reverses
basically
it.
Breaks whatever spell it
or
had,
magic
whatever
system.
magic it had is
that makes
destroyed.
sense.
Those are the 3 outcomes I see. She's either going to turn into fucking stone.
Or you have to tell me why she doesn't.
Right.
Right?
Which
that's
is
true.
Kind of weird to me that she hasn't thought of this.
No one's thought of this. So that has to be resolved.
Yeah.
Like at one point. Like we need to know what happens with that because the only thing
it's
that
a duology, so we're going to find out in the next book. And whatever happens to her has to kind of go hand in hand with Bartholomew.
Yep. Because it's either we have a solution to her not needing aisling water or she's going to turn into a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Or she needs aisling water.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, it's going to be one of those 3.
Yeah.
Unless she comes up with like a 4th that we could have never thought of.
Yep.
But what I like about her is that she's a realistic, like it feels realistic when I'm reading. Yeah. It doesn't feel far-fetched.
I never get the feeling of like, how'd you come up with this?
Yeah.
Like where did you get me through this?
Yeah. How did we get here?
Yeah.
So I feel like whatever ends up happening with her will make sense. I just, since she's an author I've never read before, I don't know if she's a happy endings kind of girl. So
we haven't read the Shepherd's Duology.
No, that's next.
But it is in our TBR for next year. And we've got like 3 or 4 comments that are like, you need to read this.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know her vibe. So you're right.
We'll see with the next book.
Yeah. Which comes out September 1st. And I'm really, really excited.
We have a lot of Night in the Moth content coming out. It's going to be what we usually do, which is a full recap. We reread it so you don't have to. And then like a quick like world building.
More like just to remind you where we left off.
Yeah.
And quick things that you should know.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is our theory episode with a synopsis. And we're just excited.
Yeah.
To get to book 2.
So let us know if you have anything. I think we covered pretty much not everything, but everything
like
that
our
I
top
could
theories.
think of. Yeah. So if there's anything.
If you have more, tell us.
Yeah. If there's anything that we said that you don't agree with or anything that you thought of that we haven't mentioned, let us know.
Because Sybil wants to live forever.
Listen to me. Don't start. We need to make a video talking about the conversation of immortality because her and I are on completely different sides of this fence.
Well, and the thing is that with the aisling water, the idea is that you can live forever.
At a cost.
And
also, what the fuck
but
wants to live forever?
Me.
Not me.
I have shared that if I somehow become a vampire, I'm going to bite you.
I would be for the rest of our eternity mad at you.
That's okay, because you'll be with me.
I don't want to be
I'd rather
alive
you
forever.
Be mad at me.
No. Oh my God, that's like my worst nightmare.
That's horrible. That's my worst nightmare is to not be here. I just want to live forever. Like, and it's so funny because everybody in my circle, like Carla and like my mom and like my husband, everybody's like her. Everybody's like, corta. Like, I'm good. And I'm here like, I'm biting all of you and you're staying with me as vampires forever.
It's actually funny because her and I are really similar and we tend to follow like the same things. Like we think the same in a lot of things.
Yes.
But then randomly there will be this one thing where there's no middle ground. We're on completely opposite sides.
And this
it's
is one
either
of them.
We completely agree or we completely disagree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Disagree.
You're wrong.
What we need to do is a vampire series read.
Right, the right one.
We haven't read any vampire ones
in a while.
Yeah.
We used to eat up vampire stuff.
I know. So we need to have a vampire series read and then we can talk about
Do you guys have recommendations?
Yeah, let us know if there's any
vampire romantasy.
That'd be fun.
Fantasy.
Or
because all of our
Twilight's coming out with their New Moon Deluxe edition is coming out this year.
We've been wanting that reread.
And then I'm sure Eclipse will come out next year.
That'd be exciting. So, nonetheless, comment on that too.
Yeah. Let us know.
Give us recommendations. We haven't had a good vampire story in a while.
I know.
But aside from that, if you have any other theories or you'd love to discuss with us the theories that we presented, I think most people that are seeing our content more than once know that we'll write back paragraphs.
Yeah, we have fun.
We love it.
Yeah,
we love it.
Okay, so I know you see like YouTubers being like, leave a comment, and like you're probably like, yeah, okay, whatever. But for us, we've said this before. This is kind of like a book club for us.
Yes.
Where we've been getting a lot of comments on the ACOTAR series.
Yes.
And it's fun. Like there's this one person who commented and they were just kind of like, look, I hear you, but I don't like this whole like Tamlin is evil and then Rhysand is perfect. Yes. And they were like, if you think about it, like Rhysand has done some pretty fucked up shit. And we were replying and we were like, honestly, you're right. Like, and it was fun. There was like 4 comments back and forth and it wasn't facetious. It was just us like really just talking about it. It was fun. So if you want to have a conversation, we would like to have a conversation.
Yes.
So leave us a comment. Let us know.
But overall, we're going to be here for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Leading up to this release. So
see you soon.
Yeah. So either way, just comment, talk to us, and when we cover the Knave and the Moon, it's going to be long as well.
Yeah, probably.
Because we can be in a book forever.
We always have a lot to say.
Yes. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.